Hi, this is Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio with a 16 by 20 inch pre-primed kind of matte black canvas and an OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula and a desire to make a sky, and I'm not sure where to start. I have some Vivid Intense Indigo Teal I mixed up with Floetrol instead of making it for a bloom recipe. So I'm kind of expecting that I might want to mix that with a bunch of other things because I need to use it up. And I'm going to use the Perfect Indigo, which is a new Prizm pour. And some of the Midnight Shadow that I should have known to shake beforehand. Honestly, I want to use some interferences, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use them now or later. I am going to add some periwinkle. I guess it's better than I thought. I'm curious. I have some Bling-It-Boreal, which is a primary element. And just because I can, I'm going to add some blue interference if it'll come out, which is also primary element. And if nothing else, it'll give me more to work with. So let's get everything we don't need in the way out of the way. I'm really tempted. I'm going to use some Waterlily also because I'm loving the colors that I'm seeing. Gone are the days when I could put huge puddles of paint on the canvas and tip them around. I just don't have the space to make the mess. I am very tempted to add some Frostbite at the horizon because I want a light color. And since I love the periwinkle, I'm just going to add that right with it. I don't like at the horizon line will just be swallowed by a mountain range or some configuration of land. And I could probably use anything and everything on my spatula. To start the process. I could even put a layer of mountains there right now. You know what? I've got icy iris, excuse me, black iris. I was just looking at blues. There's a interference type blue called icy iris. I was nervous about that. But right now it doesn't matter that I didn't shake it thoroughly. I'm going to use a little bit of Midnight Shadow also. And I'm really tempted. The teal is really nice. But it's looser than everything else. A lot of times while I'm priming a canvas or areas of a canvas to put a landscape in, I like what's happening and then I go ahead and make it go away, and that's not always going to be something that makes me happy. So it's nice to be able to just play with what I've got. And I want to drag it out so I have a smooth surface to paint on, or mostly smooth surface. I think I'm going to try really quickly to take a Q-tip and or whatever I can to alleviate some of those little green splatters that you probably don't even hardly see, but I see. I figure if I give them a little nudge, they might dissipate right into the painting. That's pretty much the way it worked. Some cell activator. That's Pebeo Iridescent Gold and Atelier Rich Gold. And I have some green cell activator, but it's way too close to what I've got. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. I've also got Phthalo Turquoise. Why not just go nuts? And I know my purple, my dioxazine purple is really liquid. But it's nice just to give myself permission to do whatever. Which includes getting a couple bottles out of my way so I can turn this sideways. I always wanted to do just exactly this. I wonder how it's going to turn out. So I'm not sure why I thought to shimmer this at you, except for the fact that it's pretty like it is, and I'm still going to have to add a moon, so I'll come back tomorrow. Okay, so you can tell this is dry. And I've got a few round objects that would make a good moon if I dipped one side of them in. I'm not sure entirely which size I want. I think I'm going to use what's left of a little protein powder scoop. But I have this foam brush that I let get funky that I want to try first. And I've got a Q-tip. So my plan is to clean up my mess if I make a mess. It'd be helpful if I got it in the right direction, wouldn't it? And I'm using French silk. And this time I'm going to do it again. Smooth it around with my finger first. Take the excess off the edge. And the excess off the middle. And make sure maybe there's a better way. I don't know, I don't hate it. I use the French silk because it has the quality of the interferences. I'm really tempted to grab my little tool. I think it needs to be darker because my intention is, as I may have mentioned already, to add some interferences to the sky. This is the cone-shaped tool with the point. If I can keep myself from leaving marks behind, which is really hard, I might just fill the whole thing in. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's too bad I wasted all that paint. But maybe, being me, I can take a little container and put it over it and find a use for it. I could probably put it in the bottom. Clean off my tools. I've learned to clean off the tools because even though it's silicone, it's still not allergic to keeping paint, holding on to dry paint. I reuse my Q-tips, by the way. They're good for cleaning out the tips of bottles. Alright, so what am I going to do here? I'm going to use some Emperor's Gold. And I'm not going to annihilate anything I really like. And I don't want to do a lot of anything. And I've got some burnished copper. Emperor's Gold is a Prizm pork. Burnished copper is a Vivid Intense. I think I did shake it earlier. Come out. Love a dry canvas because it makes it easy to clean up. Okay, I got out some black iris. And there it is. But when I looked at it, I thought I would like to combine it with a little bit of African Violet. And see how that works. And these little puddles are going to go further than just where they're at. I'm going to be lifting paint from one place to another, possibly. We'll see. I didn't use any Fandango and I wanted to. I know I have not done anything exactly like this. And I'm going to start with a little bit of black. And I took one of my acetate tools and I cut the end off flat because I knew I wanted to do this. And I suppose if I really don't like what I'm doing, I can always Q-tip it into submission. Or in this case, use my finger. I'm not sure about that, but I could probably steal a little paint. Probably should have used the purple instead. I think I might want to try that. Which is a dioxazine purple and very loose, but lends itself perfectly to dipping a little tool into it. Hopefully. I haven't been willing to risk this before. The purple is making it very interesting. Makes me want turquoise though. I've got Atelier Phthalo turquoise. Way more than I needed to. Trying to figure out if I can use the residuals and how many colored cell activators I can mix up and make them work. And how thin I can go, because lots of times cell activators are best used over a fairly thick layer of paint for a swipe. but I'm kind of liking what I've got. I'm also thinking I want to I like that. Thinking some of the phthalo turquoise over here, the residual Fandango. And there's just that one spot left. I'm not so sure I like how the Waterlily turned out. I should have stuck with the African Violet. I'm not sure how I feel about any of that yet. I like that the dioxazine purple Master's Touch cell activator acts as a stain, so I get some low lights. I don't think I'll get anything back here, but I kind of would like to try. What can I use back there? The African Violet? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And maybe some of the cobalt turquoise. I might regret. I'm not sure. I don't know if I need to change the sky, but I want to still. Try and uneven it so it looks like layers of a ridge behind it. Alright, what else have I got to mess with? I kind of like the pale color mountain back here, but I like it better with a little bit of purple on it. I'm tempted to get rid of this over here. What with though? That's the black iris. That is the burnished copper. That's Fandango. Kind of want to use the gold cell activator. It doesn't work very well though. I need to mix a new batch. Maybe if I mix it in with the black. Maybe if I use a different tool. What have I got? Got everything but what I need. There we go, I found it. Use my little rubber brush. Which I'm really getting addicted to. And I don't have a lot of cells, but I have what I want. Texture I like. Use my residuals. And then I'll let it dry and come back later and finish the sky. Okay, I'm back, and because I live in an air-conditioned house, less than a couple hours later my paint is dry. With the exception of, I had some scriddlings, some residuals out, and I put a little bit over here on this side also. But I've still got this French silk that was undercover, and I'm going to use it with some interference violet added. And a little bit of Waterlily, which I might be better off putting on the canvas, but we'll see. I also have some Moody Lilac. Why don't I use that as well? I will list the colors underneath the video. And I'm going to grab one of my little rubber brushes. I have the gold interference as well. But I thought I would start with what I've got. Looks like it might turn out to be a pretty good combination. Although I've got something in my paint dried. Because I can always wipe it off, or at least I can mute it down some. I like that. Guess I'm not done yet. I don't know what the combination's going to dry like, but at least I know I have some Waterlily I can see in there. After this, I expect to be done. Now it's deceiving because what looks white isn't necessarily white. It's most likely the the interference violet I used. But I kind of wanted to have some wispy clouds in the sky. That weren't over dramatic, and I'm thinking they'll be perfect, but I don't know until they dry. Yeah, I like them streaky. Is it done? Do I want to put some at the top? I've got all that paint left. It's a new affectation for me, putting the little drag marks through it. But it's pretty cool. Thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for watching longer. It speaks to the YouTube algorithm. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out @gmail.com if you'd like to inquire about taking a class with me at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, one-on-one, or purchasing an artwork. Linktree, you'll find promo codes for Colourarte products and pixel paint designs. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, a couple of my websites, my Amazon link. Volumes 1 and Volumes 2 of my books are on the Amazon link, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube. Questions are welcome and encouraged. My community board will show you tomorrow's video at around 2 p.m. hopefully. I'll do something else. Thank you. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you to the members. Thank you to those of you who use PayPal to make a donation to keep me painting. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys endlessly, and you inspire me always. My paint pouring recipes below show more, and I have 34 playlists of 100 videos each, and everything's organized by topic and genre. If you need anything, don't forget, ask questions. It's fine. Thank you for being here. Bye for now. Priscilla out.